Cinespace is a family business founded in 1988. We started out with one location in downtown Toronto on Eastern Avenue, very close to Carlaw. And today we have 1 million square feet across 3 facilities in Toronto and 1 million square feet in Chicago, making us the largest in North America. Probably the largest feature film we've ever hosted. There's probably been 2 that come to memory. Number 1 has been X-Men, which took over an entire facility for the better part of a year. And a similar project was called Jumper for Fox. It was a $100 million movie that shot with us a few years ago that definitely took 12 months to start to end. In terms of trends in the Toronto industry, definitely the trend towards episodic has been something we've been grappling with mostly. Whereas 15 years ago, our balance was 90% feature film and 10% episodic. Now we have 90% episodic in TV series and only 10% feature film. What that means is way more square footage. What that means is longer tenancies. It's contributed to a bit of a studio crunch in Toronto, but also it's been great for the industry because people are employed longer, we have tenants longer, and that gives us the impetus to actually expand into other facilities. Our crews have evolved to become some of the best in North America, if not the best. Our talent base in terms of acting is fantastic. We have homegrown actors that are wonderful, like Michelle Nolden of Toronto, and also Stratford is just a stone's throw away. So we have Shakespearean quality actors not far from Toronto. And lastly, the location diversity in Toronto has really grown, where you can pretty much shoot any city globally in some corner or nook or cranny of Toronto. Cinespace made the decision to expand into Chicago in 2009 when there was both a downturn in the real estate industry there, making an acquisition a lot easier for us, but also there was a dip in production for several years in Chicago, which we knew would make Hollywood producers want to come back. Specifically, the filmmaker behind Ferris Bueller's Day Off and Pretty in Pink and all the movies I basically grew up on, John Hughes. He passed away, sadly. Most of his films were done in Chicago, and we realized that Hollywood had not been there for a number of years. So we opened up in 2009. Right away, we got very busy, both with feature film and television. However, Chicago has the same trend as Toronto. Most of our projects are episodic, and certainly today, 100% of our projects are episodic. Primarily, we service television genius producer Dick Wolf, who has now 4 procedural episodic projects with us. Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, Chicago Medical, and now Chicago Justice. And of course the Fox hit Empire also shoots on our lot in Chicago. So primarily episodic, and the hunger for shooting in that beautiful city has finally been addressed by Cinespace. When you look at a city in terms of creating a production hub, you need a few different ingredients. Number 1, of course, the people infrastructure, which Toronto has and Chicago is now building up. Secondly, you need ample real estate, which Toronto had, that we grew into and now we're running out quickly. And thirdly, you really need partnerships with key institutions. In our case, York University, as well as Sheridan College, as well as Ryerson, have film programs that really liaise nicely with both the unions and with the film studios to make sure that our emerging filmmakers are coming right into the workforce and helping us grow organically. But those are the key ingredients to building a successful production hub. In terms of Ontario's future, we're at $1.5 billion of film and TV activity right now. I think we could easily hit $2 billion as long as our physical infrastructure continues to grow and as long as our people infrastructure continues to grow. And for that, we need stable government policies, both at the provincial and the federal level, but we also need our municipal partners to continue to provide a stable environment for us and a predictable environment so we can continue to grow.